everyone. It is day 16 of the 21-day challenge. Things are chugging right along. I hope they're moving along for you guys. I hope you're reassessing your life daily and just revisiting what your goals are and beginning again each day to start a new day and make it a better day. Don't worry about what happened yesterday. Don't worry about the things that you didn't accomplish or the failures you feel that you made. We learn from all of that. Today is a new day. And so let's just begin again and continue on and try to get those basics for our life. This morning, I started out, filled up my water jug again. I'm doing that as a visual for you guys. So that's the reminder for your water. I put my balance on the bottoms of my feet. And today I used Peace. Peace was the roller blend of choice for today. I wanted to share 3 other roller blend oils with you guys that I love and use all the time here in my house. I'll start with the first one being Oregano, which I have talked about on my channel before. And oregano is very good for fighting off sickness and just helping your immune system. So I will use that if we have been in a crowded public place or been somewhere where I'm a little fearful of us getting sick. One of the things that we always do, and I've always done with my kids even when they were small, was if we were at church or if we were in some kind of a social setting and people were sick or coughing and whatnot, I would bring my kids home and give them a shower or a bath first thing. And I just feel like that's always kind of helped to keep sickness away. But the other thing that we do is we do put the oregano on the bottoms of our feet. And I'll do that at nighttime for a couple of nights if I'm worried about anybody getting sick. And then the other one that I love is the On Guard. And doTERRA has a whole line of On Guard products that are absolutely wonderful. And you can check those out on the website. But the On Guard Roller Blend, which is wonderful, I use that behind the ears and on my wrists and on even try to get on the neck area a little bit too. And so this is my double duty. So we'll put the oregano on the bottoms of the feet, the On Guard up above here, and that's my immune booster and sickness fighter that we use. And I do that for the children as well. So I will do that and apply that, for 2-3 nights in a row if I feel like we've been around a situation where they might be getting sick. And then the other one I spoke about the other day a little bit was the Digest Zen. And if you remember, Laura wanted me to tell you guys about that. The Digest Zen is wonderful for if you have a tummy upset or you have something that you're trying to digest that your body is sensitive to and you're hurting. So Laura had an upset stomach for a couple of nights and we just rubbed that on her tummy and that helped both nights for her. I had an upset tummy a couple days ago also. I'm discovering that I can't eat almonds, and so I had to put some of the Digest Zen on, and that really helped relieve that for me. So those are 3 of my other very useful oil blends that I like to use. All right, and then today, let's see, I wanted to talk a little bit about add-ins again, and I spoke about this previously also. Sometimes it can be hard and it can be like a mental challenge for us if we feel like we have to give up things. So if we constantly feel like we are in a state of restriction, sacrifice, giving up all the time, sometimes that makes us want something all the more. So I've always felt like it might be better to not focus on what you're giving up, but on focus on what you're getting. Always choosing to focus on the positive side rather than the negative side. That's why a lot of times with my kids, I want to show them what they can do above what they can't do. And you want to stay always on the positive. And so for add-ins, again, like I was saying, if you're a person who wants to give up sugar or gluten, or there's something in your diet, say you drink pop, or you're drinking too much coffee and you want to get rid of those things in your life, rather than focusing on that, focus on what would be the replacement for those things, or what are the things that you know your body needs more of. So the add-ins would be, okay, my diet is horrible, but I'm going to add in supplements, and I'm going to make sure I take my supplements every day so that I can fill the gap on the neglect that my body is going through. Or again, like if you would like to get more vegetables into your day, you would be adding that in. So one goal in habit stacking would be that you would add in vegetables with every meal. So if you're having an omelet in the morning, it'd be a good time to chop up some broccoli and carrots and add that in. And here's my trick for children. And someone had asked me how I get the kids to eat vegetables and that. I haven't made a video on this yet, and I might do this in the future, but I make like a turkey sausage. And I just use ground turkey, and I put a lot of like flax meal, chia seeds, hemps and hearts. And then what I do is I put broccoli and carrots, but I put those in my food processor and I make them down to almost a powder. And so when the kids were younger, I always told them that's the seasonings if they wondered what the color was. And so the turkey sausages that I make, I'll roll them up and put them into nice little patties and bake them out like cookies on a cookie sheet. And the kids have loved them, and they were a wonderful staple. And they needed a quick snack. They're a wonderful thing to grab for, and I knew that they were getting something that was good for them. So that's one of my tricks is when someone doesn't like the vegetables, or you don't like the large taste of the vegetables, put them in your food processor and make them into the smallest almost powder consistency, and you can sprinkle that in with your omelets for your morning meal. And there's something about not seeing it as much. The flavor is fine, but maybe the big chunks of vegetables, maybe that's just something that's not appetizing to you in the morning. So being able to grind them up really well can help, and that's, you can put your vegetables in almost anything when they're nice and small like that, and the kids don't notice it as much, and you're getting the vegetables in them, and you can do that for yourself as well. So for your add-ins, like I said, putting it on your omelet, having a few carrot and broccoli sticks, pieces on the side of a lunch, and at dinner time, of course, having a side of vegetables or a salad. Those are all wonderful ways to get add-ins of your greens too. Let's say, you're having a hard time, maybe you drink soda pop all the time. Well, you could make it your goal that every time you have a pop, you have to drink a glass of water with it. So at least you're still there feeling that desire, but you're also feeling the need at the same time, and having your glass of water with it to hydrate yourself and to not deplete your body of your hydration. So, and then eventually you can slowly try to start to eliminate some of those things that you shouldn't have in your diet, and continue to replace them with the good things. And before you know it, you get used to having those good things in your diet, and you start to feel the benefits of that with how your body feels, and that motivates you to continue on. So I think that adding in things can be very beneficial and useful for all of us. And then the other thing, it just brings me to another tip of organization, and this is something I thought about this year, 2021. I think I mentioned before, I've been on a thinning out kick for about 4 or more years now. It's a very slow process for me. I'm a very sentimental person, so it's hard for me to get rid of things that are dear to my heart. But as you all know, we can take a picture of things. We already know that we're not taking it with us when we die and all of those things. And but I've been slowly, I'll do a little bit at a time, and then I'll gain up more confidence and do more at a time. And I've gotten down to where I'm pretty much down to the essentials that we need. That's ever changing as my children grow, as my younger ones use less and less toys, and that all of those things, as I've said, are their decisions. I don't make those decisions for them. But things have thinned out quite a bit. I'm getting down to just what is essential, and I'm very happy about that. But one of the things that I've thought to do, I'll work on my emails. I don't know if any of you have email clutter on your phones or your tablets or your laptops, but I do, and it can get very far away from me. And then the other thing is I have a dream and a hope to be completely digital one day and to not have files anymore in my desk, but to scan papers. So one of the things I want to start implementing this year is that at this point, well, there's two ways to get rid of your emails. One I read on a hint, and I can't remember where it was that I read it, but that you go through your emails instead of, if you know that you have important emails that go way back, you would just go month by month. You go through and create file folders for your emails and put those extra emails in the designated file folders, and do that month by month through the whole year. And before you know it, you only have to do that for the 12 months, and then you have all your important emails in those files. Then you can go ahead and click the delete all button. That way you're not focusing on delete all the way through thousands and thousands of emails. You can just sort through quickly, get the ones that you know are important, create a file for them, and then delete the rest. So that's one little pointer. The other little pointer would be that as they come in, that you would just delete the ones. Start today. Don't worry about yesterday's, but start today. Start deleting the ones that you know you don't need, that is just advertisements and junk mails and things like that. The other thing is too, is when I've thought about, I want to scan, important papers and toss the rest and not have physical files except for with the most important papers, but for the most part, things that I keep that maybe are something that you only keep for a year or a couple years at a time, it would be wonderful to just scan those and create a file for those and not have the physical copy anymore, not need those file cabinets anymore. So I've thought, just start doing that now. As your bills come in and there's a copy of that you want to keep, or important papers that you know you don't need the physical copy, you can scan that right now, create folders right now, and don't worry about what's in your file cabinet right now, because eventually that time period will pass and they'll be ready to just get rid of anyway. And so you can begin some things right now without thinking about carrying the whole mountain of having to go through and get rid of the things all the way from the past that overwhelms you and burdens you, and it can stop us from doing it because we feel like we don't have enough time to tackle all of that. So I'm always looking and trying to find little bite-sized ways to get on top of the things that I feel will weigh me down. And I know when we feel like we have mountains sitting on our shoulders, it just weighs us down and keeps us from being good at all the other areas of our life, even just as simple as drinking our water and exercising and getting our supplements and getting our activity in. We almost feel like we get paralyzed because if we can't get on top of all of it, then we can't do any of it. And that's just not true. Let's take those baby steps to get there, one little bite at a time. And before you know it, we will be on top of things and we will be creating new habits. And as your life gets more simple and balanced, then you look back and you realize, I want to stay on top of this. I don't want to ever go back to that again. So we have to revisit and we have to set new goals, and we can start new things today and not worry about yesterday or not worry about the mountain that sits behind us, but to look ahead and to create the habits and start at this point today and move forward with that. Well, I hope that can be encouraging to you. I hope your day is wonderful, and remember to go after your dreams, those things that are calling at you from inside your heart, little steps to accomplish those things. You're never too old and it's never too late, and I just want to encourage you to keep going. Thanks for being with me today. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.